Good morning, welcome to another session with Martin's detailing blog. This morning I've got a really lovely beautiful little Ford Puma outside. Now get this, it's 3 years old and it's done 1400 miles. Yeah, that's exactly right, 1400 miles in 3 years. Only picked up from the dealership the other day. It's my daughter's new car. And she's asked me to put some protection on it. Dad, can you give the car a wash and put some protection on it? Well, it's come from a dealership, it's 3 years old. I've got no idea what's on the car as far as protection is concerned, so we're going to start off today and we're going to give it a Decon, a chemical Decon wash, and that's what today's video is about. So what I'm going to use today is I'm going to use Garage Therapy. The whole range today is Garage Therapy. So Garage Therapy Zero Decon shampoo. Excuse me. Now I'm going to use this in a multi-sprayer. I've got my solution ready. I'm going to use it as a multi-sprayer as a pre-wash on the car. Let it dwell for a while. And it's not particularly dirty. In fact, the car's clean. Looks clean. But we're going to give it a pre-wash, a proper pre-wash. So Decon shampoo in a spray-on pre-wash, let it dwell for a while. Then we're going to use Decon shampoo as a snow foam over the top, let that dwell for a while, rinse it all off, and then we're going to use Decon shampoo in a contact wash. So that will get the car really spotlessly clean, the paintwork really clean. I'm going to use Garage Therapy One Wheel shampoo as I normally do for the wheels. I won't film that because it's just me clean the wheels like I always do. There's nothing different there, and that will be One Wheel shampoo in a foamer and in a solution. So I'll do that with the wheels. Once the car's been contact washed, I will go over it with Garage Therapy Iron Oxide. But before I do that, before I even put the pre-wash on, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go, there's a couple of little tar spots on the car, so I'm going over with Garage Therapy Zero Tar and Glue Remover. I'm going to put that on where the tar spots are. Then I'm going to go over it with the pre-wash and the snow foam and the contact wash. When I've done that, any tar spots that are left I'll go over again with that to get rid of the tar spots. Once I've done the tar spots, then I will use the iron oxide. So that's going to be my chemical Decon wash today to get this car spotlessly clean, ready to put some protection on it. And the protection will be in a separate video. So there we go. Let's get stuck in. Let me do the wheels first. I've got a cup of coffee to finish. It's drizzling at the moment, but that's okay, it's not a problem. It's going to clear up in a minute, so if that drizzle carries on through the wash, then that's fine, no issue at all, as long as it finishes before I get round to putting a protection on. So let me go and do the wheels, drink me coffee, and then we'll catch up and we'll give the car a pre-wash and a Decon wash. So see you in a minute. Right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. It's on a 21 plate, and like I said before, unbelievably it's done 1400 miles. Don't take any notice of the ST badge on the back. As you can see, I've done the wheels, they're all nice and clean. The car itself, I mean, this colour doesn't really show dirt up that much anyway, but the car itself is pretty clean, as you would expect. It come from a dealership 2 days ago, I think. So they would have done whatever they want to do to it. And as you can see, there is some tar that needs to come off. A couple of bits on the door, a bit more there, and some more around the back. So first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of tar remover on it and let that soak for a minute or two, and then we'll put a pre-wash on it. Okay, so Garage Therapy tar and glue remover. Just going to let that dwell for a minute, but you can see already that it's starting to weep and pour, so that's good news. So it's nice, and it's overcast today. It's a perfect day for cleaning a car. Again, you can see it's starting to weep, so that's all good news. Perfect day today. It's nice and warm, but no direct sun, so we'll leave that just for a little while, and then I'll get the pre-wash pumped up, ready to go. Garage Therapy GT Decon shampoo in a multi-foamer, in a multi-sprayer. Let's get this right, Martin, sort yourself out, boy. Right, so we got it in a multi-sprayer. And there we are. That's just a pre-wash. Is now on the car. Just going to leave that for a couple of minutes, and then we'll put the snow foam on. Okay, it's been on long enough now, so let's get that rinsed off. And just for all those people that keep asking me, why do I start at the bottom? Because that way I can see where I've been. Okay, so if you want to start from the top, you go for it. Okay, so that's had its first rinse, and there's one tar spot left there on that side. There's a couple down here. Otherwise the tar has gone from this side, and that's a bit surprising really. I didn't expect it to be that little bit there as well. I didn't expect it to be as successful as that. There's a couple of tar spots down here, a couple of big ones here. This side seems to have a few more spots on, but we'll deal with them now. We'll give it another spray of the tar and glue. I'm going to go, you can see it straight away, look. Straight away you can see that all seeping out, so that's good. I'm going to go around the rest of the car and do that now. I'm not going to go around the whole car at the moment because I don't want it to dry. I don't think it will, but we don't want to chance it. Now, people will do this in all sorts of ways. I'm not saying this is the right way, this is Martin's way. I've got a nice soft brush, and I'm just getting rid of that tar. All the little bits are coming off straight away. Some of the big bits are taking a bit longer, but a nice soft brush This is a big chunk here, but it's coming. It's just not going to be rushed. Even that big bit's coming off now, look. Right, I'm going to go around the rest of the car and do that, because if I carry on doing that on camera, I'm going to just hear you lot snoring. So I'm going to go around the rest of the car and do that, and then we'll catch up. Okay, so I've gone around with a tyre remover, and it's now all gone. All come off really easy. No problem at all. Some of the bigger bits I had to go back on, yeah, it's fine. I mean, some people use a microfiber cloth or a cloth, and on some of the bigger bits I might have to as well, but on this occasion a nice soft detailing brush did it for me. Right, let's get this contact washed, shall we? Okay, excuse me again, this is Garage Therapy Decon shampoo. Okay, as you know, this channel isn't about telling you the right or the wrong way to do things, it's about Martin's way. 2 words of advice though when you use Decon: really good shampoo, excellent, market leading shampoo in my opinion. 2 things you got to do: 1, don't let it dry in the sun. Whatever you do, don't do that. And secondly, when you rinse it, give it a really good rinse, get it all off, don't leave any on. Right, I'm going to carry on rinsing. You don't need to see that. I'll catch you later. Okay, next up is Garage Therapy Zero Iron Oxide. Now what I normally do with this is I spray it on. I'll do one side at a time, spray it on, leave it for a while, and then I get my wash mitt out that I've just used, and I go over and spread it all around, and let's see what happens. Okay, now it's important you keep an eye on this. You do not want this drying in the sun, otherwise it's just hard work. So just keep an eye on it. I'll let it dry for a while and then we'll see whether we get any results. I'm going to go and put the kettle on. I'll catch you when I come back. Well, I'm amazed. It's been on there about 4 minutes now, maybe 5 minutes. There's not a single streak on there. Not a single... Yeah, no, I lie. There's one there. And that's it. That's the only bit of... No, I'm lying again. I tend to do that a lot. There's a few bits here. Oh, no, no. Look. Never listen to a word Martin says. We got some more high up. Oh, it's... I was looking down low and it's up high. So it just goes to show, don't listen to anything I say because I talk bullshit. So yep, that has got some iron on it, not a lot. A few bits down there. Right, now what I do is go over it with my washcloth, with my wash mitt. So I'll wring it out and then just spread that around and work it in a little bit. Now, like I've said before, this isn't a channel that says this is what you must do. This is a channel that says this is what Martin does. That could be right, it could be wrong, who knows, but it puts a smile on my face. Now the reason I do that is because it started to activate, so I spread it around, make sure you get it over everything, and it just allows the product to dwell with that a little bit longer. Stops it from drying out, so that's why I do it. So I'll let that dwell a little bit longer, and we'll give it a good rinse. I'm half eating a sandwich, so shouldn't talk with your mouth full, but I'm doing it anyway. Right, any bits that are still sort of leaking, I go over with my little detail brush and just work it in a little bit. You can see down here, just keep the product alive. Now I've dipped the brush in what's left of my wash solution, so it's not a wet, it's not a dry brush, and I'll just go over it. It just keeps the product alive. Right, I think that's ready to come off now. Now, although I only treated one side of the car, obviously with the spray and also with this, it spreads that over the rest of the car as you rinsed it off. So make sure you go over the whole car to get rid of it all before you go on the next panel. You may not need to, but I like to do that just because I don't want it getting on the top of the car or on the bonnet or somewhere, and then you've left it for maybe half hour and then you've got hard work. So I always rinse the whole car off after I do one side. Okay, now again, I'm not saying this is what you should do, this is just what I'm going to do. That car's had a lot of very strong chemicals on it today, so I'm going to go over it now with another snow foam, and I'm using Cop Chemie Gentle Snow Foam. I'm just going over it, let it soak and then rinse it off, make sure I've got all of those chemicals off. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I do a chemical decon. Now, you may agree with it, you may disagree with it, I really don't care, but that's how I do it. So that's all done and dusted. I've dried it off and it's all ready for some protection. So to find out what protection I use, I'm afraid you're gonna have to check out the next video. But for now, that's that in itself is a morning's work. Oh, I've got some little drips coming down there, I've got to go and sort that out. So until the next time, you guys take care. Bye bye.